University.
Fleetwood Mac, who originated in London, were formed in 1967, and that must give them one of the longest track records in rock history. They started out as a blues band, but through the decades and a number of changes in the lineup, became one of the biggest adult-orientated rock bands.
There are a lot of younger folk that we meet that think the band, for instance, comes from America. I mean, half of the band does come from America, but they have no idea that the Fleetwood Mac that started in 1967 started here.
The way the sound of the band's changed has been tripping over, and you just fall, and so far we've been pretty lucky, but it's never been planned or thought about. It's just something that's happened with circumstance, or happenstance.
The most recent change in the band is the addition of Billy Burnett and Rick DeVito, who replaced Lindsey Buckingham after he quit the band. But why did it take two to replace one?
Billy is a singer-songwriter and a very good guitar player, but he's not as good as we need.
There are not many bands one can ask about the last 3 decades, but Mick Fleetwood and John McVie, together with Peter Green, were the founding members of Fleetwood Mac way back when in London in the swinging 60s.
London was indeed a very exciting place to be. I was just basically starting out playing, and that was my total preoccupation, was starting to live out a dream, quite frankly. At that point I wasn't married, but I had a lot of good memories from the early Beatles days. I was fortunate enough to be on the fringe, because she was my wife then, but my first wife was Patty Harrison, George Harrison's wife at that point, no longer, and later to become Patty Clapton, and no longer that either. So they were pretty amazing days.
Now there you go again, you say you want your freedom. Well, whoever you keep you down.
In the 80s, Fleetwood Mac was a little bit inactive, and I'd like to see that not be the case. I'd like to see us being motivated to keep playing, keep recording, and that is hopefully what is going to happen.